YouTube, what is going on? Sole Review Kicks here, and I am back with another video, another quick little deep dive review of my recent purchase, of course. This shoe released on March 14th, one day after my birthday, 2026. Price tag was $215. And the shoe today we are going to be talking about and checking out is going to be the Air Jordan 13 Retro in the colorway of white, black, true red. Okay. OG box, of course. First thing I notice, that old classic silver box. There's your copyright information, of course. I'm gonna try to get into this a little quicker than usual. I do have to rush out again. I'm gonna be away, but taking a look. Ooh, yes sir. Put that bad boy away. Little quick little tease. Of course, there's that. Going into the box, it looks like you are going to have that tissue paper, not individually wrapped. You do have a lot number, little stamp right there. Not seeing no YCM sticker. Other than that, that's the box. Going on, guys, here we have them. Top side view, side profile, each side, of course. This shoe released in 1997, late 97. They nicknamed Chicago, then they nicknamed them the Cherries, yada yada yada. But it was basically the last shoe that Jordan wore during his last season, of course. That and I believe it was the last shot 14s. But yeah, I mean, it's back in its true OG form. Taking a look, picking up the first shoe, left shoe, of course. First thing come on, baby. You know that little cat's eye. Beautiful little cat's eye, man. Let me see if I can bring that up. You guys can make out that design. Still has a little wrapping on it, of course. Right? Pretty sweet. Loving that red suede on there. Loving that paw, or just all these little quilted pieces. That leather, you could just tell that nice tumble to it. The bottom, come on now. Come on now. Classic hits, of course. The pods, carbon fiber shank plate. Although I don't think that's carbon fiber. It just doesn't look right. Maybe it is. Who knows? Okay. Let's take a look at the other shoe real quick. Of course. Beautiful. I'm just looking for any flaws or anything. Yeah, so it comes with white laces, of course. Check out that black Jordan hit on the tongue. That nice stiff tumble tongue. Well, not too stiff, but beautiful Jordan ID hit. Okay, pretty sweet. Check out that toe box. All right, let's get into the shoe, release some of these laces, and talk a little bit more. All right, real quick, as always, you know what we're gonna have inside here. We're gonna have that tissue paper shoe tree. Other than that, here is your tag there. The VW1M. That's new to me. Here's your tag. Have a look at the insole. Of course, it's gonna be a nice little dream cell insole. Take a look at the front and see where the placement of the size 8 sticker is, right above the ball of the Jordan logo. Okay, taking a look at the stitch real quick. All right, nothing too fancy here. The usual. Take a look at that pattern. Pretty sweet. Typical stuff. All right. Fun facts of the shoe. It was designed by Tinker Hatfield. The inspiration was to mimic a panther. It was basically a direct nod to Jordan, who had the iconic nickname the Black Cat growing up as a youngster, or even playing in the NBA, I'm not too sure. But that was his name. Hatfield observed Jordan's predatory, agile movements on the court and translated them into several unique design elements. One of them was the holographic eye, Okay, that's basically just to mimic a panther's glowing eyes, the beady eyes that a panther would have. The panther's paw, okay, and that is done by the pods here, as you see, and basically the quilted side panels, as you see here, and that was basically to represent the musculature and sleek fur of a panther. Okay, wow, that's a lot of lore right there. But yeah, I mean, as a kid growing up in high school, real quick, I did have the 13s, not this colorway. I did have the playoff 13s, and I also had the blue ones, the North Carolina blue ones, or the UNC ones, or whatever, the Flint gray, sorry. But yeah, I love this shoe. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my top models, top 3 at least models. It's just the whole nature of the shoe and how it looks, how it's presented with the quilted paneling there. The stitch job is beautiful, takes me back. Black outsole, you know what I mean? Like, what's not to like about this? White laces. I love a white shoe. I know I said that 30,000 times. I mean, I really dig how that suede, that red suede just wraps around the mud guard and all that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really loving that. And the, wow, yeah. All down the heel too. Like, look at the heel portion. Like, other than that, let's talk about quality. All right, real quick, I did do the double up. Of course, I always double up as much as I can. I even sometimes triple up if it's a good shoe. But what I want to talk about is this pair came from Finish Line, and this pair I believe came from Foot Locker. I'm not too sure. It was one of these retail stores. But if you see on the Finish Line pair, and this is the only shoe that's kind of destroyed, but you are going to see some cosmetic flaws there, some dirt. Okay, I don't know if these shoes were tried on by the employees, but the one thing that really got me, look at the, you know, the suede here is all just like crunched in. You know, the dirt on the back. Okay, look at all the dirt in the back. The one thing that really bothered me is this part right here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can make it out in the light, but it's literally a gash right here. It looks like this shoe was rubbed up against something sharp and it stretched out the fur or the hairs, and you know, yeah, so I am in the process of returning it back to Finish Line to hope that I could get a decent pair back if they're still available. If not, it is what it is, you know. But I cannot accept this shoe looking like that. It looks like it went deep. Okay, other than that, there was just like small little dirt spots, like the shoe was just tried on and walked in. But other than that, the Foot Locker pair, let's talk about the Foot Locker pair. The Foot Locker pair is perfect. I did not see any dust or dirt. The one thing I did notice, okay, I do see dirt in the thread. The one thing I did notice about the pair is that it's the cuts down here by the mudguard are not perfect. They're like kind of sloppy. Like, look at this, okay, like this double-edged portion here. Okay, it's just done really ugly. The way this piece is cut right here, the way it meets there, it should be nice and clean. You see all this extra material here that I can play with. Yeah, I mean, it's just little small minute details that I picked up. So yeah, in closing, I just want to say this shoe did release several times back. The original release, of course, was $97, priced at $150, by the way, too. Beautiful price. Then it released as a retro first time. High top was the 2010, and then in 2017 a major retro release that closely followed the OG specifications. I do not recall how those look. It's just been so long. And then 2026, basically, which is this pair. You know, I just feel like Nike and Jordan Brand are just they're bringing these out way too fast, and when they make them, I think they sit around for a couple months or maybe weeks, or who knows, even longer. And you know, they're storied. The really wrong. I mean, probably a dusty location. Perfect example would be the ashy 14s that just came out. I got 2 pairs of those, and they are ashy, completely ashy. Can't forget about the low top version that came out back in, I believe, 2005, and the History of Flight edition in 2017. Those were all low top variations of this shoe. Okay. Yeah. I don't think there's anything more to talk about. I mean, stay tuned. I got some Fragment Book 2s coming right after this. As always, if you guys enjoyed today's video content, comment, like, subscribe, share, hype us up. We appreciate all the love you guys have given us, and we're almost there to be to the point where we can do a shoe raffle. I'm still trying to think of all the rules that would come with it, but as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.